Hello and welcome. You're watching the morning news here on CNN News 18. I'm Sakshi Singh Letoria, here to walk you through all the latest news and updates from across the globe.
I accept the verdict of the people of Karnataka with all humility. And I also take the responsibility of the debacle in the district.
हमने नफरत से, गलत शब्दों से ये लड़ाई नहीं लड़ी। हमने मोहब्बत से, प्यार से, दिल खोल के ये लड़ाई लड़ी और कर्नाटक की जनता ने हमें दिखाया कि ये देश मोहब्बत इस देश को अच्छी लगती है।
It's a big victory for the Congress party. The people of Varna constituency, particularly the voters of Varna constituency, has given a befitting reply.
I can't forget Srimati Sonia Gandhi coming to meet me in jail when all these BJP people put me under jail.
After Congress's big victory in Karnataka by winning 135 seats, now the party has to get down to the business of choosing chief minister for the state. The top contenders include former CM Siddaramaiah and KPCC chief DK Shivkumar. Sources have told CNN News 18 that the choice will be based on who can keep the MLAs together and has the support of the maximum MLAs. It will also be decided keeping in mind the 2024 elections, which is less than a year away. The CM will have to ensure that the party gets the maximum number of seats in the Lok Sabha polls as well. For now, Siddaramaiah is the front runner with MLAs backing him, but DK Shivkumar has the support of the Gandhis and has been a troubleshooter as well. Sources also suggest that the party is looking at a possibility of one becoming CM and other becoming deputy CM, and if DK Shivkumar loses the race, he could be compensated by giving meaty portfolios. Meanwhile, the CLP meeting will take place at 6 p.m. today.
जो हमारे दोस्तों ने काम किया, कार्यकर्ताओं ने काम किया और मजबूती के साथ लगा, हर कार्यकर्ता को बूथ लेवल से लेकर पीसीसी तक जो भी काम किए उन सभी को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं। सताने का नहीं छोड़े, हरासमेंट करने का नहीं छोड़े, लेकिन जनता इतनी होशियार है, कर्नाटक की इतनी मैच्योर्ड है, इतने प्रबुद्ध है कि उन्होंने ये सोचा कि इस बार हम किसी तरीके से कांग्रेस को ही जिताना है, कांग्रेस को जिता के रहेंगे।
Many congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
What is your reaction, sir? You have won, but the party hasn't been able to meet the mark.
Yeah, I accept the verdict of the people of Karnataka with all humility. And I also take the responsibility of the debacle in the district. We'll have to do the lot of analysis because there are multi-factor for this effect as I see now. So within a few days we'll have the analysis and we'll correct all the fault lines. And we are the national party, nationalist party. We work for the nation and work for the state. And we will come back with the love and affection of the people, and we'll reorganize ourselves, and during parliament election we'll come back.
So whatever your takeaways have been, I know it's too early, you need a detailed analysis, but what have your key takeaways been from this?
No, the key takeaway is probably the communication which has been not done properly, and I feel that Congress had started early and they had planned well.
कर्नाटक की जनता को, कर्नाटक में कांग्रेस पार्टी के सब कार्यकर्ताओं को, सब नेताओं को और जो हमारे सब नेताओं ने कर्नाटक में काम किया, उनको बधाई और धन्यवाद देता हूं। कर्नाटक के चुनाव में एक तरफ क्रोनी कैपिटल्स की ताकत थी, दूसरी तरफ गरीब जनता की शक्ति थी। और शक्ति ने ताकत को हरा दिया। और यही हर स्टेट में होगा। कांग्रेस पार्टी कर्नाटक में गरीबों के साथ खड़ी हुई, हम गरीबों के मुद्दों पर लड़े। और मुझे सबसे अच्छी बात यह लगी कि हमने नफरत से, गलत शब्दों से ये लड़ाई नहीं लड़ी। हमने मोहब्बत से, प्यार से, दिल खोल के ये लड़ाई लड़ी। और कर्नाटक की जनता ने हमें दिखाया कि ये देश मोहब्बत इस देश को अच्छी लगती है।
उन्होंने पूरे देश में आज ये संदेश दे दिया है कि जो राजनीति जनता चाहती है वो अपनी समस्याओं के समाधान की राजनीति चाहते हैं। अपने मुद्दों पर बात होनी चाहिए कि जनता के मुद्दों पर हमें बात करनी चाहिए। वो मुद्दे हैं महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, भ्रष्टाचार। जनता विकास चाहती है। और आज से दोनों हिमाचल प्रदेश और कर्नाटका ने इस देश को साबित कर दिया है कि ध्यान भटकाने वाली राजनीति अब नहीं चलेगी। कर्नाटका की जनता ने अपना ध्यान एकदम केंद्रित रखा, अपने मुद्दों पर रखा और ऐसा निर्णय लिया कि जो वहाँ पे जो भ्रष्ट सरकार थी उसको निकाला गया।
Once again, I thank all the leaders from Delhi who have come here months together, years together, support us. This is the success of all of you. Every took a look and corner of the worker has supported us, and the victory belongs to everyone from the national level to the taluka level. I thank everyone for this great opportunity.
Now, as Congress sweeps the southern state of Karnataka, CNN News 18's political editor Maria Shakil spoke exclusively to Congress MLA MB Patil. Take a look.
Congratulations to you. How are you looking at your own victory and the Congress party's number at 136?
See, we were confident that we'll get 125 to 140 seats because people will remembering the Congress government, the previous Congress government of 2013 to 2018 headed by siddaramaiah. And of course, the last 4 years, the misrule of the BJP, there was no development, not even a single house in any rural constituency. I repeat, any rural constituency, a single house was constructed. And the corruption was rampant, it was named 40% commission sarkar government, So now all the communities, irrespective of the scheduled castes, the scheduled tribes, the Muslims, the backwards, and even the Lingais and Vakilgas, all these communities have voted to the Congress and we could achieve this number.
And Mr. Patil, particularly about the Lingayats, there is a visible shift towards the Congress. Who do you think should be credited for it?
See, what happened when Virendra Patil was the PCC president in 1998-99, we got a historic 176 seats under his leadership, Lingayat PCC president then. He became the chief minister. Thereafter, he was to be removed because of his ill health. He had suffered a serious health issue. He had a paralytic stroke. And when he has to be replaced, there is a anti-propaganda against the Congress party that they have removed Virendra Patil. Thereafter, they shifted to the Janata Party and subsequently to the BJP. This was the first time now, the Lingais have decided after the Yadurappa's removal, then the Jagdish Shettar, then Lakshman Sodhi issues and all this. So Lingais now feel that BJP is no more the party for Lingais. They are using us and they had different agenda on their menu.
So, because there are 37 Lingayat MLAs out of 136, are you of the opinion that there should be a representation in the government?
Naturally, the representation too will be there naturally.
You're saying it's a natural thing?
I was 5 years major irrigation minister. I was home minister. And so subsequently other issue countries, so many other ministers were from Shan Prakash Patil. Representation will be there in the naturally for all communities.
As former Home Minister, do you think you deserve to be the Deputy Chief Minister or perhaps Chief Minister now? Because, you know, let's not forget that Lingayats have voted and there is a shift that we are talking about.
See, question of a Chief Minister, always the Congress party, it is a procedure that the legislature party will meet. Then there will be representatives from the High Command. They will observers from the High Command. They will come and take the opinion of the MLAs and report to the AICC President, now Mallikarjun Kharge ji. And Sonia Gandhi ji and Rahul Gandhi ji and other senior leaders, they all together decide on the MLA's opinion and decide the Chief Minister. So it is nobody that anybody can say that I want to become a Chief Minister, or any community I want to become a Chief Minister. It won't happen in Congress, you know.
Yes, but in terms of representation, do you think there is a need for a Lingayat Chief Minister or a Lingayat Deputy Chief Minister?
Naturally, Lingayats have to be given the due. Lingayats have to be given the due. So other communities also, which are all there, who voted for us and all this. So all the communities are given to the due. Similarly, Lingayats have to give one the due.
So Lingayats have
to be recognized, because now there's a homecoming for Lingayats to Congress. And this shift, you know, has to be further consolidated in 2024 elections. And thereafter, the first time when Lingayats have moved, they should be given a lot of prominence, and they should show that the Congress recognizes Lingayats.
Now, decoding the Congress party's victory in Karnataka, CNN News 18's managing editor Zaka Jacob spoke to a senior party leader, Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Let's listen in.
Since we are discussing the national picture, what may be the fallout according to you and the consequences and the paving of the way in the road to 2024 because of today's result in Karnataka?
Namaskar, thank you. Before I answer your question directly, I want to underline one thing. It's all very easy to sit back and, you know, applaud and be happy after the results. But we should not allow it to be forgotten that this has been the most blatantly, crudely polarizing, divisive, communal and religious-based campaign by the BJP, even by their standards. I have yet to see speech after speech being started by the top leadership of the BJP, by invocation of religious symbols, communal symbols, etc., etc. Of course, it's a separate story how the EC kept quiet, hardly ever issued notices there. But it is a great tribute and a compliment to the people of Karnataka that they withstood this blatant assault on the divisive agenda. And you heard only otherwise from BJP, they talk about someday Tipu Sultan, someday Burqa, someday halal, someday this, someday that. And then, of course, Bajrangbali was pressed into service, as if Bajrangbali approves of corruption, high prices and inflation, as if Bajrangbali turns a blind eye to berozgari, unemployment. I think all of this shows that the people of Karnataka, as the BJP suppose, do not eat grass. They don't fall for these silly tactics and tricks.
But Dr. Singhvi, tell me this, since we're talking national picture, one of the fallouts is going to be naturally the Congress party after this humongous victory is going to tell itself, we now are rightful claimants to be the fulcrum of the opposition come 2024. What does this mean? You know, what position does this put regional satraps like a Mamata Banerjee and Arvind Kejriwal, even an Akhilesh Yadav, because they're going to turn around and say, oh, the Congress is now going to act like a big brother.
I don't think there is any such antagonistic or combative spirit underlying victories such as this. Let me be clear. The Congress, by its very legacy and history, cannot but be in a pole position in any 2024 formulation. You cannot have an effective opposition for a 2024 opposition in the elections without the Congress being a central part of it. As far as your frequent questions about prime ministership is concerned, that is not an issue which the Congress has discussed, raised, pushing, or otherwise creating any division about it. As far as Karnataka is concerned, we now are ruling in 4 states directly. We have 3 more states where we have allies. We otherwise have a pan-India presence. It doesn't need a Karnataka win for us to try to convey the message that we have to be a central part of the whole system for any coalition.
But Mr. Singhvi,
but that is not the approach of the Congress, to be the big brother, to be the combative, aggressive, or over-dominant or imposing party at all. I think to a large measure, you already have the states categorizable in those categories.
Okay.
And I think that exercise has started. There may be some states which are asymmetrical, which doesn't fit in, but there the effort will be made.
No,
I
I've heard this, you know, Nitish Kumar has also been sort of floating this formula around. The strongest candidate to take on the BJP is the unified opposition candidate. By that logic, you know, the Congress will only contest Amethi and Raebareli out of the 80 seats in Uttar Pradesh. The Congress would be happy to not contest 78 other seats?
In the event that there is a coalition of the kind we just described, Congress will certainly not claim a dominant role in Uttar Pradesh. But not claiming any dominant or even a semi-dominant role in Uttar Pradesh is nowhere near your formulation of it, that we have only 2 seats to contest in UP. I think these are too extreme. The truth lies somewhere in between. But certainly I can say without any contradiction, doubt of contradiction, that Congress is not going to claim a big chunk or a lion's share in Uttar Pradesh, but provided you need 2 hands to clap.
Okay.
As the BJP faced a crushing defeat in Karnataka, CNN News 18's managing editor Zaka Jacob and political editor Maria Shakil spoke exclusively to BJP MP Sadhan Anand. Let's listen in.
What went wrong for your party?
Practically, I am not in a position to explain what happened and how it has happened. We never expected such a result. Practically, I think that the Congress people were able to do some activities which they could able to catch the votes from the people at large.
What are these activities
we never thought that their so-called assurances, they never they assured everything, but they never performed well so far in the earlier days. The performance part is practically it was nil earlier. You might have seen their assurances, but this time I don't know, by putting big boards here and there, giving assurances to the people, they made some mesmerism to the voters. Thereby they could able to get so much of a seat. I don't know, practically BJP has not failed in any area, either in reaching out to the voters. The reality is what they have done. 3.5 years our performance, it was extremely good. During COVID period, you know, we stand first in the state.
But Mr.
Even
the question is that you had a leader in Basavaraj Bommai who was somebody who did not really inspire confidence in people. You had a rebellion during ticket distribution. There were challenges of that nature. You tried to make it a national campaign when it was a very, very localized campaign. And that's where the big challenge for the BJP was.
No, but last 3.5 years, 90% of the assurances given by us, this has been fulfilled by BJP Chief Minister Yediyurappa and Basavaraj Bommai. And even recent reservation policy, it has reached out to each and every people, even the major communities like Vokaliga and Lingayat and even SC and STs, their reservation has been enhanced. But totally the Congress people tried to mislead the people and they have succeeded. That's all.
But Mr. Gowda, you talk about these communities. You look at the Vokaliga dominated seats in Old Mysore. Congress is winning almost 3:1 compared to BJP. Even in the Lingayat belt seats, Congress's strike rate is 60%. SC and ST dominated seats, in fact the ST dominated seats, you know, some real big names, including the likes of Mr. Sri Ramalu, etc., have lost today. The point is that in these larger communities, it seems like the Congress built a better social coalition and they got their message across to a wider social coalition than the BJP was able to.
You are right. I don't dispute what you said. Of course, we did everything, but we could not able to reach out to the voters. Of course, our cadre, they failed to reach out to the voters as far as our works are concerned. But Congress people, they gave some false assurances. They tried to mislead the voters, but they have succeeded in their effort. that we have to rethink all the activities that what we have done and how we have failed in our areas to reach out to the voters.
One final word,
that is
Mr.
one of
Gowda.
the areas that we
For
need
the
to
last 30-40 years, BJP in Karnataka has been synonymous with Yediyurappa. Mr. Yediyurappa is now walking into the sunset. Is it time for a generational shift in the Karnataka BJP?
Sir, certainly, I do concede. Because of that only 75 new faces have been given seats, and out of which nearly 17 people have won this time. See, certain experiments that need to be done when there is a shift to the younger generation across the country, that we did in Karnataka. But as you rightly said, the Congress people, their assurances and whatever the promises they have made, somehow it has mesmerized the voters across the state. But we have to wait and watch what will happen. What happened in Himachal Pradesh, that same things may happen in Karnataka
all right,
also.
Now we have some big breaking news coming in from the state of Maharashtra that a violent clash erupted between two groups over a minor dispute in the old city police station area of Akola in Maharashtra on Saturday. Akola SP Sandeep says that some vehicles have been damaged by the violent mob. The situation is now under control. Following the violent clashes in Akola, Section 144 has been imposed in the city. The video shows members of two groups hurling stones at each other. So this is the news coming in from Maharashtra's Akola that a violent clash erupted between two groups over a minor dispute in the old city police station area of Maharashtra's Akola on Saturday evening. A video purportedly shows members of two groups pelting stones at each other and damaging vehicles. Now it's time for me to take a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere as we'll come right back with more news and update.
This is the Sky View on Air Alexa. Welcome to the Election News Center.
BJP is getting the first lead.
Siddaramaiah is leading in his constituency.
Congress candidate is leading.
Substantial number of vote which is yet to be counted.
Congress is thereabouts, very close to the halfway mark, 112.
The Prime Minister carrying the entire elections on his shoulders for the party.
By and large, the Congress seems to have been making up for the losses that it suffered.
This has been missing for a long time in Congress party.
Local story right now in Karnataka is who is going to be Mukhyamantri.
Fastest and most accurate results straight from the live results hub. India watches elections only on CNN News 18.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now, in a mega drug bust, the Narcotics Control Bureau and Indian Navy have seized 2,500 kg high-purity methamphetamine drugs worth 15,000 crore rupees from Indian waters in Kerala. The seizure took place under the joint Operation Samudragupt, launched by the NCB and Indian Navy. This is being seen as the biggest drug bust till now. The NCB officials also nabbed one Pakistani national in the joint operation. Now, NCB officials said that Operation Samudragupt was launched to intercept boats as huge quantity of drugs was being moved from Iran and Pakistan.
We launched an Operation Samudragupta to intercept as many consignments or as many boats which are carrying loads of narcotics through Indian Ocean region. And this joint operation was conducted by Indian Navy and NCB. Huge quantity of drugs that moved from places in Pakistan and Iran, and that mothership would carry tons of drugs.
Shifting focus, as the political turmoil continues in Pakistan, former PM and PTI chief Imran Khan has blamed Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir of abduction after the Islamabad High Court granted bail to PTI chief and barred his rearrest in any case until May 17th. In his address, Imran Khan also urged the people of Pakistan to be prepared to stage protests. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif ordered authorities yesterday to nab the culprits responsible for the vandalism and arson at the Jinnah House and military and civil installations.
मुझे गोलियां लगी हैं, मुझे पता है किसने कौन जिम्मेदार है। क्या मुझे एक्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो सबसे बड़ी पार्टी का हेड, मुझे ये हक नहीं मिला कि मैं अपनी एफआईआर कटवा सकूं? आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए। कभी आईएसपीआर ने इस तरह की बातें नहीं की। आप तो कूद के आ गए पॉलिटिक्स में, आप पार्टी बना लें अपनी, और आपको पता ही नहीं आप बात क्या कर रहे हैं, और उस आदमी पर लगा रहे हैं जिसको हमेशा वो चाहता है कि उसकी फौज मजबूत हो। और मैं आपको ये बताऊं, मैं ड्रामे नहीं कर रहा, क्योंकि मेरे पैसे मुल्क से बाहर नहीं पड़े हुए। मैंने भाग के, मेरे ऊपर 145 केसेस से मुल्क छोड़ के बाहर नहीं भागा मैं। जिस तरह आप आज हरकतें कर रहे हैं कि जो मुंह खोलता है उसके ऊपर पड़ जाते हैं, वहां भी यही हो रहा है, हो रहा था, टूट गया। जो भी माशरा आगे बढ़ता है उसके अंदर तनकीद की इजाजत होती है।
Well, that's all from me for now, but stay tuned for more news and updates on the other side.